positive effects of technology and law enforcement. As technology continues to evolve, law enforcement agencies are having to keep up. Agencies at all levels are investing in the latest and greatest technology in order to better serve and protect their own officers and communities. Combating criminals activity with technology has its pros and cons on both sides. It's important for both the police and the community to be aware of the technologies that are being used and their rights. Below, we outline some of the most common benefits and downfalls. When it comes to technology in law enforcement, body cameras have been a great addition for many law enforcement agencies across the United States. While there are negative aspects of this technology, the police officer need to be aware of the body cameras have already proven to be useful in many instances across the country. The use of lethal force by police have been a big conversation over the past decade. With the never-ending news cycle and virality of social media, this situation can quickly news and for example, in Cleveland of Ohio, 4 police officers faced the trial regarding an instance where lethal force was used. Thanks to body camera footage, the public was able to hear and see the action of those officers and decide if their action were justified.
The effect of law enforcement is police corruption. Is collusion with perpetration of serious crimes, especially OCGS and terrorists, and may even result in extreme unwanted violence being used against citizens. Collusion is negotiating with the terrorists like money corruption, human trafficking, drug trafficking. Mo ang mga police corruption nga negative effect sila. Kay naghimo mo sa mga illegal doings ba sa mga drug trafficking ana, mga illegal doings. And police officer is so very stressful. Kay handling in big cases ana guys, mga big cases ay handle nila kuan sa atong na mga problema ang atong society. Sila maghandle na mo nang stressful sila kay na mga investigations nga mahimo daghang process mo nang stressful sila. Unya kuan maghandle pud sila sa criminal justice system sa atong society. Adako sa atong society maghandle sila sa atong criminal justice system. Confronting individual officers na mga husayon guys, ana classmates may mga atong husayon sa atong society, atong certain place, sila mag handle sa investigation mga tanas nga sila mo confront sa mga individual officers og threat to officers health and safety. Kailangan in line of duty andam ka sa mga mahitabo. You need to be ready. Nahigingon nila nga duty first before anything else. Kanang andam ka tanan. Responsibility for protecting the lives of others. Being police, kailangan responsible ka sa tanan, responsible ka sa kinabuhi sa ubang tao. Kay ikaw may mo maintain sa peace and order sa place. Kailangan imo protektahan sila. You need to be alert always. The danger of police work are violence in life of duty. Mga katungon, we need to be ready. Di focus ka sa tanan kay daghang tao nga nag-relay diha nimo. Mo to ang mga negative effect of law enforcement. Sa negative effect of technology mo lead to more serious health conditions such as depression and anxiety and stress. Kay mas stress ka kay wala kay tugtog stressful. Na maka-receive ka og si ka gamit og technology, maka-receive ka og mga bad comments, bad response, negative response mga mo na maka-lead of depression and anxiety. Umantaw diha makamatay mo diha. Kaya guys, technology affect our sleeping habits. Yes, maka-affect sila atong sleeping habits kay man wala tay tugtog, sige lang tang technology, sige ta gadgets every day antod di nakamatog mo na maka-apekto sa atong sleeping habits siya. Technology is a constant source of distraction. Intay na kay in this day na you have a current task nga buhaton tas dili mo mabuhat kay na distract na ka sa technology. Sa mga naibuhaton kita hay mag-drive kag motor tas naka-receive ka og notification and messages, maka-lead pud siya og dangerous action o danger siya sa atong health. Kay kita makras ka kay naka-receive kag message tas imong gi-open tas nag-drive ka, negative siya sa technology. The use of technology may stand the imagination in children. Ma-stand imagination, hinay mo grow imong thinking skills. Kay nag-rely naman ka sa technology. Dili naman ka mag dawat sa opinion sa ubang tao. Kay nag-rely naman ka, hinay imong thinking skills, imong pag-develop, imong pag-grow. Kids no longer have to rely solely on their imaginations. Mo na guys, dili na ka mag-rely sa imong mga imaginations, dili na kay nag-rely naman kasi mong kagulingon. Di naman ka nga mo adto sa mong tabak socialize ka kay na naman nag-rely na sa kagulingon, dili na ka tanggap og opinion sa uban. Mga hinala ka sa technology nga maka-provide nimo siya og long hour nga non-stop fun. Og technology can cause eye and ear problems kay because of radiation. Kontak kayo sa radiation, maka-cause siya og blindness, deaf, dili na kadungog kay grabe ang epekto sa radiation sa tong panglawas.
The positive effects of language on globalization. Language contribute to the formation of culture such as thought, vocabulary, greetings, or humors. Language is a sense of substance of culture. Language serve as important symbols of the group belonging, enabling different groups of people to know what ethnic groups they belong to and what common heritage they share. Language are the essential medium in which the ability to communicate across culture develops. Knowledge of one or several languages enables us to perceive new horizons, to think globally, and to increase our understanding of ourselves and of our neighbors. Language are then the very lifeline of globalization. Then the next is the positive effects of education on globalization. The effects of education on globalization bring faster developments in technology and to communication are foreseeing changes within school system across the world as ideas, values, and knowledge, changing the roles of students and teachers, and producing a shift in society from industrialization towards an information.
Positive effects of globalization in culture. The technological global mega can be empowering for various cultures as it allows self-representation and information sharing in a whole new level. Technology provides a medium where depiction of image and portrayals of self-identity can provide the means in which tourism can be established. Global media centers allow culture a distinctive voice to promote awareness and provide public knowledge and understanding of their stories and identities. It is also allow for communication of the relevant accounts and commentaries on issues that are important in preserving the cultures and knowledge acquisition of culture ways allowing them to retain their diversity being in charge of their own media production. Companies allow control of their artifacts, signs, and symbols that are regarded as cultural property. When countries are in control of their own public image, they are better equipped to manage and represent their image appropriately without misrepresentation. Instead of destroying some culture as other predicted, mass media assist and the revitalizing and restoring of culture preservation of nation. Technology can be used to preserve language, costume, and culture. Technology allow for self-representation and preservation of personal and collective identity by providing autonomy and empowerment. Next, the positive effects of globalization in society. The term of globalization has been widely used the last 15 years. It is an controversial term and has been defined in several different ways. Globalization indicates that the world today is more interconnected than before. Globalization in basic economic sense refers to the adoption of open and unfair trading markets through lowering of trade barriers, removals of capital controls, and liberalization of foreign exchange restriction. Large volume of money movement, increased volume of trade change in information. Technology and communication are all integral to global world. There is also significant movement of people from one country to another for trade and work, such increase in the movement of goods, labor, and service have weakened nation barriers and restrictions that are imposed by a nation state. Some identify a new emergency of a global village.
Negative effect of globalization on cultural and society. Increasing hegemonic control in the name of free trade and freedom of communication at all levels. Reduction in cultural diversity. Encourage a cultural homogenization and global monoculture. Exacerbated the desire of mobility, disrupting rural life and moving people out of the reach of their traditional safety. Disintegration of local communities. The movement from rural to urban area has accelerated. The growth of cities in the developing world, especially, is linked to substandard living from many. Family disruption of social and domestic violence are increasing. Concept of national identity and family, job, and tradition are changing rapidly and significantly. Apart from all benefits globalization has had allowing to cultural exchanges, it also homogenized the world cultures. That's why specific cultural characteristics from countries are disappearing, from language to traditional or specific industries. That's why, according to UNESCO, the mix between the benefits of globalization and the protection of local countries unique requires a careful approach. There is concern that competitiveness introduced by globalization is lending to the individualistic societies. On the other hand, rapid change can encourage fundamentalism, a desire for the past, and the loss of tolerance. For difference in religions, on the culture, the national state is a losing of influence relative to global economic pressure. And in some countries, there is a failure or hesitation develop social policies. All of these changes in increased likelihood that vulnerable people will be exploited on threat to the human right, or less able to people will increase. The other negative effect or rapid spread of adverse human consequences because of the interdependence of economics and people. Millions of people lost prosperity and livelihood, and education and health services were among those cut across the region. The effect of including social unrest and property are still evident.